In these distressing days of the pandemic, who needs more bad news? So this week, Geometric View takes a look at one sunny spot in the country, a district that seems to be serene and relatively tranquil in the middle of the COVID storm. And that district, which seems to stand apart among India's 740 odd districts, is Kottayam, Kerala, the land of lakes, letters and latex. Lakes like the majestic Vembanad Lake, which abuts the popular tourism destination Kumaragam, where India's prime ministers like Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Manmohan Singh have holidayed. Letters, oh yes, Kottayam was India's first fully literate town, achieving the distinction in 1989, a good 32 years ago. And latex, Kerala is India's natural rubber capital, producing 85% of India's natural latex. And Kottayam happens to be Kerala's natural rubber capital with plantations like this. What has made Kottayam so very special and relatively tranquil in these difficult pandemic days? Actually, a combination of factors which I'd like to collectively call societal collaboration. One, women at the helm. The district panchayat president, the district collector and the district superintendent of police are all women and they get along very well. Nirmala Jimmy, M. Anjana and Shilpa Dyavaya. Naturally, in a literate district, one would expect efficient women to be heading leadership positions. Two, a sense of community. During the weeks, months and now more than a year of COVID-induced hardships, there have been numerous instances in the district where individuals and organizations have stepped in to provide help to the local community. To mention just a few, a group of youth in Kanjirapalli decided to donate blood to the blood bank before going for vaccinations, knowing that post-vaccination they wouldn't be able to donate blood. And in Changanasheri, there is an ongoing rice kit challenge started by a parents organization to collect as many rice kits as possible to deliver to the needy. And in Karukachal, a panchayat member Corazon Zakaria and his son Kevin K. Zakaria have offered their car free of cost to anyone who would like to go to hospital or to a quarantine center. And guess what? A local youth, Anish Jacob, has offered to be chauffeur free of cost. And at Nerchapara near Erumeli in the district, two youth, Kacheri Parambil Rias and Tundatingal Reggie, are collecting grass for the cattle of a family whose members have all been laid low by the virus. The best part, Rias and Reggie are not even neighbors of that family. All of these may be minor gestures but give a major sense of community. There are reports from different parts of the country about COVID patients' bodies being abandoned, even by family members. Not in Kottayam. When Madhumala Kartyayani, a woman inmate of the Kuropada Panchayat's shelter for orphans, passed away recently at a hospital, the local Panchayat President Sheila Cherian herself and her team personally collected the body from the hospital and gave her a decent cremation. One hears of suspected COVID patients' bodies floating from Uttar Pradesh into Bihar, but you wouldn't hear such a thing in Kottayam, where even orphans are given proper burial. Literacy begets higher thoughts, and so this week a 12-year-old boy, a class 6 boy, Unmesh Shaji from Korutod in Kottayam district, created a sanitizer dispensing robo, a useful gadget for our times. Unmesh used parts of a toy car to keep the costs down and could make the robo for only 1600 rupees. And at the Startups Valley, a technology business incubation center at the Amal Jyoti College of Engineering, not very far from Unmesh's house, as many as 34 startups are working on ideas that can impact Kottayam district and the larger world outside. Kindness to animals, it actually reveals character. COVID times have seen a jump in pet ownership and naturally more consultations at veterinary hospitals. Despite being fully stretched, the vet hospital at Kottayam has provided the best care it could to this pup, Nani, who's put on a drip under a shady tree. And Nani seems as composed and calm as Kottayam has been. Fake news is a challenge during normal times. It's a monster during crisis times. When one Gopu Rajan spread a canard on social media that as many as 15 people had died on a single day at the Kottayam General Hospital, the Kottayam crime branch could arrest him in virtually no time. Perhaps Rajan wasn't aware that the district police chief is also a B.Tech in electronics. Anticipation is key to managing a crisis. While the rest of India gasps for oxygen, the St. Thomas Hospital at Chettipura in Kottayam district could actually make this video celebrating its robust oxygen availability. The senior facilities manager at the hospital, Joseph Verghese, told me that the hospital anticipated such large-scale requirement of oxygen when it went through the experience of the 2018 floods in Kerala. So the hospital got an oxygen generator installed from the United States and now has sufficient supplies to meet the second wave of COVID. And there's even a public oxygen parlor at Manarkad in Kottayam, making Kottayam look like an oxygen oasis in the whole country. Of course, Kottayam has been a front runner for India, producing one of India's presidents, a Supreme Court Chief Justice, and even a saint, K.R. Narayanan, K.G. Balakrishnan, and Sister Alfonsa. And Kottayam had a college in 1817, the CMS College, well before Mumbai had its first college, the Wilson College, in 1832. I asked the district police chief Shilpa Dyavaya how it feels to be working in Kottayam as the district's first woman police superintendent.
It's a very nice place. People are highly educated. Tell them something, they are very, they're very law-abiding. And whenever there is some crisis, they come forward. All people come forward to help. It's very heartening to see such a district where people are so well-behaved, educated, and cooperative.
Of course, this is no time for Kottayam to be jubilant. Just that Kottayam is holding up a candle during dark and gloomy nights for India. And as soon as we get over this pandemic, you should come over to Kottayam, enjoying the lotus fields of Malarikal, or cruising the backwaters at Kumarakam, or experiencing how latex is tapped from these rubber trees. This video is dedicated to Kottayam's legendary nurse, Sister Helen Muttat, who passed away at the age of 83 last fortnight. Sister Helen had spent 6 decades in the nursing profession, and 44 of them at a single hospital, the Mary Queen's Hospital in Kanjirapalli. Thank you.